What up, squad? Mizzy World Entertainment is back to present another episode of MadMizzy Sports, and we got a crazy rundown this Monday, recapping a fun weekend in sports. Hope y'all had a safe, adventurous, fun weekend yourselves. But we're gonna start it off with the huge news this Monday that just dropped. The Russell Wilson was officially cut by the Denver Broncos after only 2 seasons with the Denver Broncos, a 5-year, I believe, $240 million extension. $39 million they will be paying him not to play for the Denver Broncos next year, man. My instant reaction is just not shocked, because listen, we kind of seen the writing on the wall. We seen the writing on the wall with what was going to happen. Sean Payton wasn't really a Russell Wilson fan, came in, started cleaning up everything that Russell Wilson laid down when he got there, basically opening up the slot for somebody to come in and take that spot. So I'm not shocked at all. It's just I guess the game begins. You get what I'm saying? Where does Russell Wilson go from here? Does he even get offers from another team? Which teams? All that, you get what I'm saying? But what happened in Denver? To me, they didn't want Russell Wilson. They hired Nathaniel Hackett to be their head coach because they thought that they were going to get Aaron Rodgers. And when that didn't happen, I'm not going to say panicked, but they went after Russell Wilson. They treated him like Aaron Rodgers. He was never Aaron Rodgers. He was never in the MVP conversation like an Aaron Rodgers. I know he hit that stretch where he never had, I believe, a losing season or whatever the case may have been. But I think we all realized that we may have overestimated what Russell Wilson was or what he meant for the Seattle Seahawks, or just, I mean, listen, I don't think they handled the Russell Wilson situation correctly at all, but I don't believe Russell Wilson helped it at all. I don't believe Russell Wilson went out there and played well. He went out there and made some terrible decisions last season and played very poorly. So everybody has a bite of that apple of blame, but I believe that the Denver Broncos have to take a huge bite of that apple. Russell Wilson was already on contract for 2 seasons. They didn't have to give him an extension. They didn't have to give him all that money. And to me, they did all that, and they didn't really want him. Like, you wouldn't go after Nathaniel Hackett if you wanted Russell Wilson. You just wouldn't have did it. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't have got rid of Nathaniel Hackett after 1 season. Y'all would have been like, all right, y'all get 1 more season together because we believe in both of y'all. They clearly didn't know what they was doing. They came in, they got the new management. It's not no surprise. Listen, what's next for Russell Wilson, though? Listen, I believe that they said that Atlanta was more interested in Russell Wilson. No, they said Kirk Cousins. They were more interested in Kirk Cousins than they were in Justin Fields. But everybody's talking about Pittsburgh. I'd like to see how that panned out. Justin Fields will be in the market. We're assuming that Kirk Cousins will be in the market. So we may never know. Another spot may open up before we even figure out, or who knows, you get what I'm saying? But I definitely think that Russell Wilson will get another shot. Another shot to start, I think so, probably at a bridge team or a team that believes that they're, I guess, a playmaking quarterback away. It's hard to say that they will believe that they're an elite quarterback away or something like that. They got to be feeling as though that they're just an above average quarterback away. You get what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting to see how Russell Wilson handles the next chapter in his NFL career. Let's move on, though, talking about NFL careers. Jason Kelce of the Philadelphia Eagles, the Pro Bowl All-Pro center, retires today, announces his retirement. Emotional retirement speech, emotional message, just heartfelt. Went out as he came in, as a center should, sleeveless shirt. Just wanted, as a Niners fan, you feel what I'm saying, tip my cap to him. Brought the only Super Bowl, was a part of the only Super Bowl team in Philadelphia. Like I said, All-Pro, I think 6 All-Pros in his last 7 seasons. Really charismatic person, big personality. He's one of those characters on the Philadelphia Eagles, although I'm a Niners fan, that I did like, that I believe helped fans gravitate to the Philadelphia Eagles outside of Philadelphia. He was a stand-up dude, a good dude, and he'll be missed in the NFL, just his personality and his play. So, like I said, tip my cap to him. Hell of a career, Jason Kelce. Let's move on. More news in the NFL. Mike Evans, his career is extended, 2-year deal to come back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, worth $52 million. My reaction to that was as expected. I didn't expect Mike Evans to get $52 million anywhere else, not in 2 years. So, yeah, this is what I expected. 30 years older, I believe 31, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, man, coming back. I believe they're bringing back Baker Mayfield. So, give it one more run. Keep this little team that had a good, unexpectedly good year last year together. I think that'll be a good thing for the team, for the city, for the franchise. It'll be a good move. So I think it was a good, solid move for not only Mike Evans, but of course the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well. Let's flip the coin and go over to the NBA though. Cleared out the NFL news as we move on. Let's get into it though. Let's touch on Sunday. Another blowout for the Boston Celtics, beating on the Golden State Warriors 140-88. Only team, I don't know what the history is. I believe it is the only team in NBA history to have 3 wins of 50+ points or more in a season. Just utter dominance this year. My reaction is just they got to win, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I do believe it's getting down to the point where it's not even they have to get there because they've been there. They've been there. They pushed the Warriors to 6. Y'all got to win, baby. You get what I'm saying? As dominant as they are right now, 6 games ahead of the #1 seed in the Western Conference, 8.5 games ahead of the Milwaukee Bucks, who are the #2 seed in the Eastern Conference right now. So, listen, the Boston Celtics look just utterly dominant, but I do fear that they'll falter because they don't have the best player. The most dominant player in the Eastern Conference is still Giannis Antetokounmpo, especially with no Joel Embiid. So that's not even, you get what I'm saying, including anybody in Boston. That's all right. It's between Joel and Giannis, but we know how Giannis going to come in the playoffs. And listen, man, I just don't know if Boston is ready for that avalanche that's going to come from Milwaukee, especially once they get healthy. Middleton is fully got his legs back under him. They gonna give him probably at least 2-3 weeks before the playoffs start to get his legs back under him. Listen, man, that's the team to me that Boston has to look out for on the Eastern Conference side of things. But on overall, I mean, of course, you still got to look at the Denver Nuggets and whoever come out of the Western Conference. And to me, that's going to be the Denver Nuggets. So, yeah, it's looking good for Boston right now. But they kind of reminded me so far of that prime Dirk Nowitzki Dallas Mavericks teams. Like, they would be dominant in the playoffs, but I mean dominant in the regular season, but once the playoffs hit something, they just couldn't get past the Spurs. They just couldn't get past the Lakers. Something would happen. You get what I'm saying? So what they made it, I believe, once, and then they made it, and then they won it in 2011 against the Miami Heat. But yeah, man, it'll be interesting to see how the playoffs unfold because Boston looking dominant right now, but I don't know if they're going to look this dominant once the playoffs hit. Let's stay in the NBA. Let's stay on the team that I said that the Boston Celtics should look out for in the Eastern Conference side. The Bucks, who are on a 5-game win streak since the All-Star break, beating Minnesota, the Minnesota Timberwolves in Minnesota, coming to Philadelphia, beating the 76ers and beating the Hornets and back-to-back games. Then I believe the last game that they won was against the Chicago Bulls. So to me, it's been very impressive. 4 of those 5 wins, they've held their opponent to under 100 points in a game. So that was the #1 thing we were harping on as Milwaukee Bucks supporters and Milwaukee Bucks critics is just, listen, this defense is looking horrendous, but this defense has been looking utterly stout, utterly impenetrable these past few games, this past week of NBA basketball. So I just want to tip my cap to the Milwaukee Bucks. And like I said, they're rounding into shape, they're rounding into form. And a lot of people that have been calling Doc Rivers a bottom feeder or just having a lot of negative comments about Doc Rivers, they probably should be giving out apologies and giving his flowers because he's clearly doing a job and they're clearly listening to his message. Now, if that's on the players and them actually just listening to Doc and they were just ignoring Adrian Griffin, I don't know that. But clearly, Doc Rivers is getting the message through and they're playing more cohesive. They're looking a lot more dominant as a lot of us expected them to look once they acquired Damian Lillard. So, yeah, man, I'm very impressed by the Bucks winning streak and I expect them to keep it rolling. Let's move on to the other big news that happened over the weekend. LeBron James 40,000 points. First player NBA history. Congratulations. Will this man stop? Is he human? Is he a cyborg? You get what I'm saying? Like, I see he getting his gray hairs and all that, but I think they might just be throwing that in there just so we can think that he's human. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with the dude, but listen, man, what we've been blessed to see has been an absolute gift for spectators of this sport. It's been absolute dominance, longevity, and will. You get what I'm saying? Like, this dude came into the league when I was in middle school. I am in my 30s. You feel me? And he's still balling, still hooping. 25 plus points per game, shooting at a better 3-point percentage than Stephen Curry this year, man. Utterly nonsense. You get what I'm saying? Utterly nonsense. This man had to found this fountain of youth, but does this put him a step closer in the GOAT debate for me, who believes that he is still behind Michael Jordan and, in my opinion, behind Kobe Bryant? I say no, simply because, listen, man, I feel as though he's racking all these numbers up because of his longevity, and he has just that motivation of chasing Mike. You get what I'm saying? He's been saying this his entire career. He's been chasing the ghost of Michael Jordan. And I don't want to take anything away from not being injured, his dedication to keeping his body healthy and all that. But does he play this long? Does he play this dominantly if there's not that summit, that peak to reach? You get what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking, what if Mike is chasing LeBron? Because we've seen how Mike just utterly shattered who his predecessors was or his adversaries was, besides, of course, the people that he couldn't touch, like the big men of Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. When you talk about Bird and Magic, he utterly smashed them. He utterly shattered what they did as far as impact, winning, dominance. You get what I'm saying? So for me, LeBron James is still Mount Rushmore. He's still great, and this is another feather in his cap, but in my opinion, it doesn't move the needle as far as the GOAT debate. Now, before I end off this latest episode of MadMizzy Sports, let me give my prediction on the games coming on NBA TV tonight of the Los Angeles Clippers at the Milwaukee Bucks, and then you got the Oklahoma City Thunder coming to Los Angeles to play the Lakers. Let's start it off with the first game. I'm going to go with the Bucks in this game. No Giannis Antetokounmpo in this game, but I'm going to go with the Bucks in this game in Milwaukee. Now, I feel as though they'll keep this win streak going. The Los Angeles Clippers have a little bit of a struggle with the size, and you don't have Giannis out there, but you still have Brook Lopez, you still have Bobby Portis, you still have some length, some size out there. So I think that'll disrupt the Los Angeles Clippers. And then they only scored 89 points in a win last night, but only 89 points in a win. So I believe that the Milwaukee Bucks will come in with a little bit of confidence to play some good defense against the Los Angeles Clippers. And then the nightcap, I'm going to go with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I believe this is a good bet. They given the Oklahoma City Thunder, I believe they only given the Lakers a 1.5 to cover over the Oklahoma City Thunder at home. I believe that's a good bet to take the Oklahoma City Thunder plus the 1.5 points. So I would take that bet, and I'm going to go with the Oklahoma City Thunder in this game. I like Shai Gilgeous to have a huge game. I took Austin Reeves on the points bet. I believe they had him at 13.5. So I definitely got him scoring 14 or more points in this game. But I'm going to take the Oklahoma City Thunder to win this game outright. Let me know what y'all think, though. This is MadMizzy Sports, another episode. We started it off with the huge breaking news that broke this afternoon. Russell Wilson officially cut by the Denver Broncos after 2 seasons. What happened? Who's at fault? And what's next for Russell Wilson? Jason Kelce, the All-Pro, Pro Bowl center for the Philadelphia Eagles, officially announces his retirement today, gives an emotional retirement speech. Mike Evans signs a 2-year deal to come back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers worth $52 million. Another blowout for the Boston Celtics over the Golden State Warriors yesterday, 140-88. How dominant are the Boston Celtics? Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks on a win streak since the All-Star break, being 5-0, holding 4 of those 5 opponents to under 100 points in those matchups. Are you impressed by the Milwaukee Bucks win streak? LeBron James, first player in NBA history to reach 40,000 points. Does this move the needle in the GOAT debate in your opinion? And then, who do y'all have winning tonight in the games coming on NBA TV of the Los Angeles Clippers at the Milwaukee Bucks and then the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Los Angeles Lakers? This is MadMizzy Sports, Mizzy World Entertainment. Y'all already know what it is. Like, comment, share. This is the most passionate, informative podcast, sports podcast out right now. Don't keep it to yourself. Make sure y'all spread it with the world. Share the love. You get what I'm saying? Make sure y'all comment, share, subscribe, alert. Y'all know what it is. Have a good night. Mizzy World Entertainment.